In the latest turn of events surrounding the heated legal battle between actress Blake Lively and actor-director Justin Baldoni, Baldoni's legal team has pushed back forcefully against Lively's recent request regarding her upcoming deposition. The dispute, rooted in allegations of sexual harassment and retaliation during the filming of It Ends With Us, has now spilled over into procedural wrangling, underscoring the bitter tone that has defined the case so far. According to court documents obtained by TMZ, Lively had requested that her deposition, a sworn out-of-court testimony that could play a significant role in the lawsuit, be conducted at her own lawyer's office rather than at Baldoni's legal team's office. Lively's camp argued that the change was necessary to avoid unwanted media attention and the potential chaos caused by paparazzi, who often follow the actress closely. However, Baldoni's attorneys were quick to challenge this request, filing a detailed response that not only questioned the necessity of such a move but also accused Lively of attempting to manipulate the legal process by leveraging her celebrity status. Their statement emphasized that the two law offices were located just a mile apart, and therefore concerns about paparazzi presence or logistical difficulties were, in their view, greatly exaggerated. In their filing, Baldoni's lawyers argued that hosting the deposition at their own office wasn't merely about preference or convenience. They explained that their office was uniquely equipped for the task, housing hundreds of pages of case notes, records, and supporting documents critical to the deposition process. The attorneys also noted the need for an extra room that could be used for confidential discussions during breaks, a practical detail that they claimed would be much harder to manage elsewhere. The response wasn't merely dry legal reasoning. It included pointed language that reflected the increasingly acrimonious tone between the parties. In a particularly sharp rebuke, Baldoni's team accused Lively of foot-stomping and use of her celebrity status to tilt the proceedings in her favor. They wrote, "Although Lively's foot-stomping and use of her celebrity status may have enabled her to seize control of the film, which is the crux of this dispute, her counsel's tantrum has no place in this court. Lively is bound by the federal rules of civil procedure like every litigant." This remark referred to the core of the lawsuit, which centers around Lively's claims that Baldoni's alleged misconduct on set forced her to take control of certain production aspects, an effort she says that led to further retaliation. Baldoni, who directed and starred in It Ends With Us, has denied the allegations, framing them as unfounded and damaging to his reputation. For Lively's part, the concerns she raised about media presence are not entirely without precedent. Celebrities involved in legal disputes often cite the risk of depositions being disrupted by photographers and reporters eager for a glimpse of the drama. In some cases, courts have accommodated such requests, but these decisions often hinge on whether there's substantial evidence of a genuine risk or need for privacy beyond mere celebrity discomfort. Baldoni's team, however, seemed determined not to concede this point lightly. They argued that allowing Lively to dictate the deposition location based on her celebrity status would set a dangerous precedent, effectively giving high-profile litigants the power to shape legal proceedings in their favor whenever they claimed media concerns. Adding further weight to their argument, Baldoni's attorneys contended that the true motivation behind Lively's request wasn't security or convenience but a desire to gain a subtle strategic advantage by moving the deposition away from their prepared workspace. This legal skirmish over a deposition location may seem procedural on the surface, but it speaks volumes about the high stakes and intense animosity underlying the broader case. For Baldoni, it's not just about where the deposition happens. It's about ensuring that the process remains balanced and that Lively, despite her fame, plays by the same rules as any other plaintiff. For Lively, the battle is equally significant, tied to her claims of mistreatment and her attempts to protect her privacy in an already highly publicized ordeal. As the case moves forward, this dispute adds yet another layer of drama to an already complex legal narrative. Whether the court sides with Baldoni's insistence on procedural fairness or Lively's plea for privacy could influence not just the tone of the deposition itself but potentially the trajectory of the entire lawsuit. For now, what's clear is that neither side appears willing to back down. And in a case where reputations, careers, and significant damages are on the line, even a seemingly small detail like the address of a lawyer's office has become a battleground.